saying, what's up, Shark Mouse? All kinds of people in here. But one of the questions, Shark Mouse, is what's the best strain that you've grown so far? Who's the breeder? And did you keep a cut of it? They're asking.
I gotta say, Relentless Genetics does some wild things as far as flavor go. I'm in it 100% for a terp profile. If you give me 12% THC and a 4.5% terpene profile, that's the one right there. That is Trop Cherry, and it is and has been the most flavorful, aromatic, hit you in the face when you open the jar, sort of skunk with a fruit box, fruit juice box shoved up its butt. You know, like it's just
fruit box sounded good, man. When you said fruit box, you had me. I was picturing this box of fruit. Like you can tell it's good weed because when someone brings their
so much, I have no choice but to drool.
Yeah, you can tell it's good weed when someone brings it out to the woods in like natural light like that, man. Look at the fucking trichome production on those things. Relentless is doing some crazy things, man. How'd you get linked up with them? How'd you find these breeders? Because I'm very new to like the whole aspect of like finding breeders and finding genetics. Because I've grown autoflowers mostly because I just like the quick turnaround of them. But Relentless is doing fire, man. Where are they from? Are they local? Are they like local to your town, or where are they from?
He works out of Colorado, and honestly, he's got as massive of a following as he is. He doesn't fit that traditional sort of hype breeder mold that we can get into sort of the trap of falling for. Again, my whole journey here for myself personally is to find the best flavors that are available, and that leads to a lot of recommendations and a lot of trying different tester cuts and crosses and S1s, and Relentless was just one of those guys that their name kept popping up when I kept reaching out, like, what's the most flavorful, same way as you, it's like, what's the most flavorful strain you've ever come across? And I say that just to help connect the audience. We can talk about strain versus cultivator after if you'd like, but I have a tendency of rocking with some of the smaller indie guys, I guess you could say. My boy, First Class Genetics, he's responsible for some of those genetics that you see some of the big boys stealing and making famous. So I'm always trying to find the people that are putting in that work and are in the lab, so to speak, just trying out new things and stabilizing their cuts and making sure that their work is something that they can stand behind. Rockwool Grower is another breeder that he's got a couple hundred followers, but the work that he does that I've been able to see from not only his documentation but his actual work has led me to want to try that work. It has nothing to do with your hype or your ability to sell yourself, and everything to do with your work.
100%, man. There's a lot of cool fire out there right now, but you're right. There's like this weird indie scene, man, where like it's almost like singers, man. Like there's like the top singers, and then there's this other like little fucking R&B group down here that you're like, oh, I fuck with them. You know what I mean? They get you grooving.
All day.
100%. And I think that's what's kind of happening. I think just a lot of the big boys, they've been around forever, right? They've been doing this forever, man. They're the Michael Jordans that've been around, right? They just been there. They put in the hard work and effort that it took. Now, but like stealing genetics and things like that, that's a total other topic. Like I honestly feel like this is a fucking plant, man. If someone gets your cut, they get your cut. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like you leave your sweater at the lost and found, it will be there for so long until somebody takes it, right? Like someone's going to take it.
When it comes to cookies is going to be cookies. They are the culture, whether we like it or not. You know what I mean? From a mass wider audience, people that aren't so socially ingrained in the culture that they can sort of see the forest for the trees, as it were. Cookies will always be the Nike. We will. We got to live with that. And from a corporate perspective, they feed their market, and the market is happy with them. And you can't begrudge that. The issue is there's room for everyone to eat. And we saw this happen with the beer market in the late 70s, where there were 3 major manufacturers that were responsible for the 20 beers you were capable of getting. And then all of a sudden we started seeing this massive influx of craft brewers, making their name on the scene. And, you come to Ontario now, and you can go to a beer store and the entire section is different indie craft brewers, along with, you know, the classic buds and Coors and all that stuff. So I think there's absolutely room for everyone to eat at the table, and I personally enjoy being able to showcase some of that for people.
Do you think that table's going to happen? Like,